What if I am married and a certain man somewhere is actually, coercing me into a relation to want to have a relationship with me? What do I do? Well, my name is Emmanuel Ekamba, your marriage coach and your advisor in terms of relationship. This is Emmanuel Ekamba of Giving is Living Love's Greatest Evangelical Ministry International, aka God is Love. Before I continue, I want to tell you, in case you are not born again, you are at risk because Jesus Christ is coming very soon. So you are married, and a man, maybe a married man or a single man somewhere, is coercing you, pressuring you to have a relationship with you, want to have intimate with you, want to have extramarital sex affair with you. What should you do? Well, it depends on what the background. What I mean the background, is this man your boss? Is this man your employee, your employer? Is he your employer? Because it now depends, because if it is somebody that employs you, you're working under his company, you don't have any choice than to tell your husband. Because if you don't tell your husband, definitely if the man keeps asking you out and you persist and you do not succumb to his request, he will try to do something that is not pleasant, that will not be of benefit to you or will not be of advantage to you. And as at that time, when you come out to say that he is doing this thing because I did not agree with him, nobody will believe you, because at first when he was making advances at you, he did not tell anybody that he's making advances at you. So if the person is your employer, you have to tell your husband. But even as you tell your husband have to just keep it in his heart and stay in touch to know what next that this man will bring to the table. And your husband should also use wisdom when following up this kind of issue, because if you are working as a woman and it is maybe the person that employs you that is sexually harassing you or trying to get into your skirt, you use wisdom, and it should be something you and your husband should sit down and discuss on how to go about it. But if it is somebody that is not your boss, is not related to you, he just meets you randomly on the way and maybe keeps meeting you at a particular point and asking you out and persuading you, or maybe he got your contact somewhere and start calling you and giving you pestering you with calls. It is very simple. All you need to do, give him the buzz. When you give him buzz, even when you give him buzz and maybe he has your number contact, maybe you are not the one that gave him your contact, if he look for a way, got your contact and is disturbing you, that's where you need to tell your husband. Because if you don't tell your husband, he may send you a message, and that message, the day he will send you such message, it could be the day that your husband will be with your phone and will now see the message, and you will not have any good explanation to give to him. So when a man is pestering you for a relationship, if it's not connected to you in any way, it's just a random person, you just tell him you are married and you don't want such, and that shouldn't repeat itself again. Tell him wholeheartedly, pump and play, and make sure you stand by your words. But if it's somebody that you cannot avoid him because it's your boss, or maybe he has given you, maybe it's somebody that is giving favor to your family in one way or the other, maybe it can be connected to you and it's your helper, destiny helper or something, and is asking you out and he knows you are married, all you need to do, if you tell him no and he still persists, you don't have any choice than to tell your husband. Because if you don't tell your husband, when the man keeps asking you out and you refuse, one day the man will get fed up and he will start to take actions, and those actions you may not know how it will resolve and how it will end up disrupting your marriage, and your husband may not be happy, because this was supposed to be come to his notice before the hour which this man will begin to react negatively. So I want to tell you, anybody that is asking you out as a married woman, your answer should be no, and that no should be a capital no. And if you know that the person is somebody you cannot avoid, is still in your domain and you cannot get rid of him, if somebody you cannot get rid of, you tell your husband and you people put heads together and see how you can resolve it. If possible, you can meet your man of God. If the person is connected to your church, you can meet your man of God and let your man of God know. If it is the same congregation, they can call him, summon him, and talk to him. Because if you say you want to keep it all to yourself, a day will come where everything will blow out and your husband will not even believe your own side of the story, because he will be thinking if you loved him that much, you would have let him know when the flame was still low, not when everything has busted out. You start explaining, you explain until you tire because there's no evidence. So say no to any extramarital affair. Stay focused to your husband, submit to him. God bless you in Jesus' name. My name remains Evangelist Emmanuel Kamba of Giving His Living Love, His Greatest Evangelical Ministry International, aka God is Love. In case you are not born again, you are at risk because Jesus Christ is coming very soon. God bless you.